50 years ago, President Johnson went on national television to announce that the USS Maddox was attacked by North Vietnamese patrol boats. Congress approved the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, which escalated a conflict that left 58,000 Americans and more than 3 million Vietnamese dead. Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara has since admitted that the attack never happened. On March 20th, 2003, the United States invaded Iraq because its weapons of mass destruction programs were deemed an imminent and grave threat. The weapons were never found. The price in blood and treasure for the occupation: 4,500 American dead, 35,000 wounded, 100,000 Iraqi civilian dead, 2 million refugees, civil war, and $2 trillion. We're told in the press and by political leaders to avoid the appearance of weakness, to project American power in Syria, Iraq, Ukraine, Libya, Iran. Before we do, maybe it's time for a field audit that asks some simple questions. Did we achieve the objectives used to justify war? What was the ROI, the return on our investment in blood and treasure? What were the body counts and the economic costs on both sides? Who benefited? Were the benefits worth the costs with 2020 hindsight? Welcome to War the Afterparty, a round-the-world travelogue through countries that have received American military forces in the pursuit of freedom, democracy, justice, and the free flow of commerce. For the trip, I will travel to Southeast Asia, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Europe, and Central America. I'll curate the best writing on each incursion, and I will seek out commentary from local experts as well as the taxi drivers, street vendors, and combatants who witnessed history firsthand. The output of the project will include a book, a video series, and daily online content. And I ask you to be a part of it. Most content will be published free, but I intend to gather a community of people interested in participating more directly by sharing insights and contacts, or by supporting the project via Kickstarter or Patreon. What can we learn about our last half-century of overseas engagements? What are the patterns? How do we choose to act on the world stage in an era of financial constraints? Unpaid world policeman? Providential city on a hill? Isolationist? Muscular wielder of a big stick? The news out of Syria, Ukraine, and other global hotspots reminds us that smart, informed attitudes toward how and why we go to war are important markers for the future of American democracy. War the Afterparty is a global walkabout to seek out essential images and voices to inform a way forward for our next 50 years. Consider yourself invited.